On the second day of the Japan visit, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the Quad summit with other leaders from the grouping. The summit is followed by bilateral meetings with the Quad leaders. Prime Minister Modi held a one-on-one dialogue with the US President Joe Biden. The Indian Prime Minister called the India and US partnership one of trust. He also mentioned that common interests and values of the two countries have strengthened their bond of trust. India's Prime Minister stressed that the India-US relation will be a force for global security, humanity and development. At this meeting, the US President committed to deepen ties with India.
Mr. President, भारत और अमेरिका की स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप सही मायने में एक पार्टनरशिप ऑफ ट्रस्ट है। हम दोनों ही देश के इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र के बारे में भी समान नजरिया रखते हैं और न सिर्फ द्विपक्षीय स्तर पर बल्कि अन्य लाइक माइंडेड देशों के साथ अपने साझा मूल्यों और साझा हितों को सुरक्षित रखने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं।
We also discussed the ongoing effects of Russia's brutal and unjustified invasion of Ukraine and the effect it has on the entire global world order. And the U.S. and India are going to continue consulting closely on how to mitigate these negative effects. Mr. Prime Minister, there's so much that our countries can and will do together, and I'm committed to making U.S.-India partnership among the closest we have on earth.
In a short while from now, the Indian Prime Minister will also meet the new Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese for a round of crucial discussions. And in the second half of the day, the Indian leader will then meet the host country, that is Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. In the meeting with the US President Joe Biden, the leaders are expected to review the India-US strategic partnership. India's Prime Minister will discuss further consolidation of India's multifaceted relations with the United States. The two leaders will continue their dialogue on regional developments and contemporary global issues. Meanwhile, in a pre-departure statement, Prime Minister Modi had mentioned the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two nations has to be lauded, and at the bilateral meeting, the multifaceted cooperation between India and Australia will also be discussed during the meeting between the two leaders, along with regional and global issues of mutual interest. And later in the day, another bilateral is lined up with the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. India sees the economic cooperation between the two countries as an important aspect of their strategic partnership. In order to woo potential investors for India, of course, the Indian Prime Minister met more than 30 CEOs and business leaders in Tokyo. The Indo-Japan ties have been growing stronger under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. India's Prime Minister has described the India-Japan partnership as a necessity for peace and security in the Indo-Pacific.